Do we have the red dot? The red dot is there. Is one of the things we're going to do is we're going to be talking about, number one, how to place ads, and we're going to be showing you how to use your Google Drive to create templates with. That way you can have it no matter where you are. I'm also going to be talking about how to use Instagram. Even though we don't have our Grambler anymore to use Instagram through our laptop, I'm still going to show you how you can use that in conjunction with your Google Drive. And how to create your memes, or if you have the memes program, how to use those for your Instagram posting. Um, Also, I'm going to show you how to redo your health and fitness page. If you have a brand new website, your health and fitness page should be complete. It should be updated. Mine is not. It still has some old stuff on there. Even though I still have links to those, I'm going to update it with the new Sephora stuff, also with the Valentis information. So we're going to be going on how to do that. So if there's anything else that someone would like to go over today, please chime in so I can put it on my notes for us to go over during the training today. Okay, so just unmute yourself and let me know if there's anything specific that you want to go over dealing with your PBS. We're not going to be talking about memes. We're not going to be talking about, how to get into your tipping circle or anything like that. This is basically just to make sure that you know how to work your PBS, how to organize it if you need to. But any of the technical stuff with specific links or specific issues, please, please, please get back with your instructor, because they will have something that's a little bit more specific for you to be able to do. So, all right, so there's some stuff here in the chat. Let's see what someone's typed in.
So I can get in with you, right, Sheila?
Huh? Yep, you would get with me, Mr. Emilio.
Because you're my instructor now.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good.
All right, my chat's acting weird again. So let's see. So if you have a question and you can talk, just unmute yourself real quick and ask it, because my chat's not pulling up, so I can't see the chat right now. If not, you can wait till the end of class when we do have our Q&A, if you have anything about what we're going to be going over. All right.
Are you going to be touching on Sephora?
I'll show you how to go in and use your links and stuff, but as far as downloading it, I did come across something with one of my students this week, Mr. Dean. He was actually in Edge, and Sephora does not work in Edge. So if you can't get your Sephora to upload or come up, make sure you are in Chrome.
Yeah, Google Chrome.
Yep, so make sure you are in Google Chrome and use that link. If not, then we'll figure it out once we get together, Mr. Emilio, if it's still not working.
In the menu, do you label in the menu the word Sephora, or do you go by Blue Scorpion Venom, or what?
I don't. On mine, we're going to be going over that. Let me put that down there, because I heard that on Paul's that you were asking about that. So yeah, we'll go over.
But he didn't quite exactly. No, I didn't want to go on into more details.
All right, so we'll talk about the category and then put Sephora.
Because I know you can put some of the products.
Yep.
Like in certain places, but what's the main title in the menu?
Okay, so we can go over that now. Just like with Tipping Circle, we didn't use Tipping Circle as a category menu. I actually, I haven't done mine yet. Mine's scattered all over the place, but I'm going to put those of my students that I put them in. I actually did a category that said PGN. And then under PGN, I put all the different links or all the different pages that went with that, like the Tipping Circle, the gaming, the chat, TV, and the helium. All those went under PGN. Now, I'm actually going to have a category called Blue Scorpion Products. And I'm going to create a category menu for that. And in that category menu, I'm going to have, which we might do that now, even though I don't have my actual links in there, but we can do that now. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to show you how we're going to go in and create a menu category for our Blue Scorpion. And the first thing we want to do is we want to see what our no. Make sure to do that because I'm going to go to a new tab. And I'm going to go to my Jaxi and I'm going to log in. All right, so we did, I did natural anti-inflammatories because I was thinking about using that as a key phrase. And there's a lot of good key phrases in there. This one is, it has, 1,200 people looking for it. There's 196 people competing with that category. So it's a good category, natural and anti-inflammatory. So that one's a good one that you could use. But I'm actually going to use Blue Scorpion. So let's go back here and look at Blue Scorpion venom. And like Paul was saying today, that it's a keyword that we're starting, and most of these are probably ours. But you can go through and look. Now, if you just use the word Blue Scorpion as your key phrase, the title change, the words change, or the traffic changes. So now if you just use Blue Scorpion, then you have this amount of people that search, and there's 327 people that search for the word Blue Scorpion. So once you go through there, you can look and see if there's something that has a better traffic ratio. See, we don't do anything with Black Scorpion, but you see that's a poor ratio. So we're going to do, we don't do anything with these other scorpions. So mine was Scorpion Venom. So let's look that up because I use that as my key phrase. So you get 305 hits with that. And, which is pretty good, but your traffic is kind of low. So if you ever look at my page, you're going to see that I use both Blue Scorpion and Scorpion Venom. So we're going to go back and actually use Blue Scorpion. And I think I'm going to take the word venom out because it's, so we're going to actually use Blue Scorpion as our key phrase. So I'm going to come back here. I'm going to refresh my page because I've had it up about all day doing some stuff. So we're going to come here and refresh, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be. And then I'm going to come here under new, and I'm going to go and create a new page. And since I know this page is going to be a category menu item, I'm going to actually capitalize the whole title. So all right, so that's going to be my title, Blue Scorpion Venom Products. I'm going to come down here and I'm actually going to put Blue Scorpion as my key phrase. And that's where we're going to leave it. So I'm going to save that as a draft. And then I'm just going to open up my tab for my Sephora link. And I'm going to go to campaigns. And I have 2 in progress. So that means I've already have the ones that are available for the Marvel beauty products and the Scorpion. So I'm going to open this one up. And if you want to, you can click on your own link. And then there's the different information there. And I don't use, because this is just talking about Marvel Health. And I want to go specifically to, because a lot of these now are not available, like the pet stuff. They're going to have pet stuff available soon. So I might just go ahead and put stuff in there, but that are, even though it's not quite available yet, all of it's for pets. I want to do the one that is actually available. So So what I can do is go to shipping. All right, I thought they had a blog section in here. So we might just take this right here and copy. And I'm gonna come back to my page and post it in there. All right, so there's that one. Then I might pull up my own website. I always have two of my own website up since I already have a page on the Blue Scorpion. Okay, we're gonna go there and I might just pull some things out for this one that's on there. And so I'm gonna come down to the bottom and I might pull this one out. Use that. So we're going to copy that, come back to this page and paste it in here. Oh, it didn't paste. I'll go back. And let's grab it again. See if it did it this time. There we go. And then let's go back to this page again. And there's some stuff I had at the bottom. This will be a good one to use.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then I'm going to go back to Sephora and go back to my campaigns. And now let's pull up the progress and then pull up this one and open the campaign on this one. All right, so this one you can see when you pull this one up, it actually has a coupon code. So make sure when you're writing your pages on this cream that you do include, hey, use this coupon code at checkout so that they can use it and get that extra 20% off. So again, I'm going to copy this or open this up. Oh, come on.
Is that a permanent coupon by nature?
I don't know if it's going to be permanent, but as of right now, it is. So that's why I'm going to use it until they tell us otherwise. So this one is a good one. Let's see if it'll let me copy it. It may not since it's on a screen. So this is a good description right here for the cream. And I'll take the price out because I don't want them to see the price right now.
I hope that lasts a long time.
That's what I said. I haven't gotten that one yet. I want to try the other one first. So,
So Sheila,
yes.
when you're copying and pasting these in there, do you reword it after you get it on your
Oh yes.
your page?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
This is just for research.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then like, I want to be able to see how it flips through. I want a stationary. So let's go down here. So here's something. So this is wrinkle cream. So we can copy this one. All right, why is my computer being finicky today? And I want to do the actual titles that I have up there because I can use those. And then let's see what the next one is. Moisture recovery. All right, come on.
What does peptide refer to?
Peptide is the ingredient that they found in the scorpion venom that actually is the cure, is the active ingredient that makes all this work. So it's a scientific term for the natural ingredient that's found in the scorpion venom. So we're going to copy this one. All right, so basically this is what we're going to start out with. And then I'm going to make sure I save my draft. Okay, and then like this one, I'm actually going to remove these links because they're not my links. They probably are since I opened it at my page, but I'm going to remove them anyway. All right. These I know are mine because I copied them straight from my website. So I know those are my links, so I'm going to leave them in there. All right, so then I'm going to come down here and go back and make sure I have the names correctly. Hydrating filling cream, moisture recovery cream, anti-aging. And then I want to put this in here. I want to copy this right here. And this is going to be the ending. Okay. All right, so now we have our basic setup. And so now what I want to do is go over here and see what our word count is. So if you come up here to this question or this information structure, it'll tell you how many words you have so far. So I have 234 words, which is not enough. But I know by the time I get finished, I'm going to have more than enough. So we're going to start by adding our introduction. And as always, you want to make sure that your focus key phrase always appears in your first section of your paragraph, preferably the first words. So that's why it's key when you choose a keyword that it's easy to use within your sentence structures. You don't want something that you're going to have to add an S to it or change the tense in it to make it work. And you also want it to flow well with your other wording. So always make sure that even though it might have a great traffic flow to it, you still want to make sure that you can use it adequately within your paragraphs. All right, so there's the beginning. And okay, so then there's that. And then I'm going to come here and let's see. And just do the blue scorpion venom.
How you doing?
Okay. I'm gonna check mom for a while.
All right, if you have talking in the background, please mute yourself because it comes through on my training.
Bring me something.
Hold on. All right, so I'm muting everybody to make sure that we have. There we go. All right, there we go. Is Eric on the class? Is he trying to get in? All right, hold on. Let me get Eric in here real quick. Oh, come on.
I sent him a message to tell him that it's in class right now.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't have the link mark, so we'll get him in there. He's doing amazing on his pages. He holds nothing back. It's absolutely beautiful. So here we're going to do our blue scorpion, and because this is not actually a title, I'm going to put this as a header. Oh, it's already a header. It's a header 4. I want to use it as a header 3, and I want this to be with it, and we're going to, there we go. Venom. It'd help if I spell it right. And so this one is one that we can just modify. We're going to redo it. Okay, so basically I reworded this whole thing to make it sound like something I wanted to do or say. And I might actually just copy this because it is a trademark. So let me copy that. Well, actually I'm not, because I didn't put it together with the blue scorpion peptide. So yeah, so that's fine. So now I've reworded that. So I'm just going to remove this block because I'm not going to use it anymore. All right. So then I'm going to sit here, and this is out of my own information right here. So let's move this one, this paragraph up here, because it goes in conjunction with this. And I'm just going to put this which feature. All right. So there we can use this. Complementary treatment for cancer patients and their therapy. So we're going to say that. All right, so there's how we did that one. So what I'm going to do here, because this is a internal link, I want it to go to my page. So I'm going to come here and take this out, and I want to link it to my Blue Scorpion. So I'm going to come here and find, there we go, Scorpion Venom, and we're going to leave that there. And we're not going to open it in a new tab. You can if you want to. That way they can always come back to your category menu. A lot of instructors suggest you don't. Again, it's totally up to you how you want it done. I always, not always, but for the most part I do. I always like to make my links more visible, so I bold them. So there's that. So there's that one. And because I haven't really done my pages for my hydrating cream yet, we're gonna I'm gonna basically just do a just create the actual page. I'll come back and put my links in it later. So I'm gonna come here and do my hydrating cream, and I want to change this to a heading, and we're gonna do a heading 3, and I'm gonna always Okay, anti-wrinkle cream. I'm going to do that one also, change it to a heading 3. And moisture recovery. Change that to a heading 3. And ultimate aging serum. And we're going to change that one to a heading 3 as well. Now, to pretty this up a little bit, you know, I like color. So I'm going to come over here to my color settings, and I'm going to have each one of them as a different color. So I'm going to have the blue scorpion venom as a blue. And I think that's too light of a blue. So I'm going to come here to my custom color and make it a little bit darker. So just move your screen down. That's too right about there. I like that blue. All right. And then this one, I'm going to change it to hydrating cream. Let's do that one as a pink. And again, I want it a little bit darker. Okay. Raging cream. Let's do it as a gold. Recovery. We can do it as a green, meaning life. And let's make it a little bit darker. Don't like that color. And then serum, I do it as a purple. And I want it darker. And then 30-day money back guarantee, I want to leave that there. I also want to center this. And don't know why it's so big. Oh, didn't mean it for it to go away. And I want this in red. And I want it a bright red. There we go. And I want that to be very visible. So I think I'm going to actually put this content also in red and maybe put a black background or content in red. And then come down here to the background and do the background in black. Ooh, that's too dark. Maybe gray. Don't like that, but I do like the red. So we'll leave that. I might play with that a little bit, see what colors are. And I want to put the whole thing in bold. All right, come on, bold. And let's center. All right, so there's that. So we actually have our key points highlighted so that they can actually see that there's different things. And like I said, I'm gonna come back and play with this, but this is how you're gonna do it. And then I'm gonna show you how we're gonna move it in there. So when you get your pages completed for these, I am gonna come back. You don't need more than this because it is a category menu. I did kind of get long-winded on this one, which is fine because I do have this page done, but you only need a couple of paragraphs. Not even, this will be good once I get it finished because it is an indexable page. This is your category page, so you only want a little snippet and then send them straight to your page that you have the actual information for. If you want to, you can actually do a drop cap to emphasize if you want to do a drop cap and emphasize each new topic. That's totally up to you. And then you just want to import your images. So I can go back here and actually download the images for the products, or you can go to the page itself. And like I said, I use the snipping tool and just snip each individual picture. And then I'm going to save as. And I have my folder, so I'm going to go to my Dropbox. And I'm going to go to my blogging pictures, and I'm going to go to my blue scorpion. And then I have a new folder here, and I'm going to name rename this folder. Products. All right, and then here I'm going to name this, what was this one? Can't remember which one this was. The hydration. Hydrate. All right, so there's the hydrate one. And then I'm going to do another one for this one. Is going to be the anti-wrinkle. Just got to remember which one I'm doing. So then you just new. No. It's being finicky today. And it's always going to go back to the last folder I was in.
Have to use your snipping tool.
I can't hear you. Something about my snipping tool.
Yeah, do you have to use your snipping tool to capture those images?
If you want these exact images, or you can try to find them on Google. I don't think all of them are released yet on the actual Marvel pages. So that's why I'm copying them from here, because as the campaign comes, then you will be able to get the images downloaded in the folders that they send you.
How's the sizing for advertising?
I'll go in and actually upload them to a Canva sheet and redo them. Which one was this one? I'll come back and rename it later. Okay, moisture recovery. All right, this one, anti-aging. So we're going to do another one. All right, snippet, come on. Oh, my computer's getting really funky today. I need to clean it out. I need a new one. Anti-aging. All right, so then what I can do is actually pull up my information again. So I'm gonna go to my blogging pictures and go to my Blue Venom, and then I'm gonna rename the one that I just said product for. Just come here and hit rename. No, cancel. It deleted it. There it goes. So I want to rename it, not delete. And this was moisturizer. Okay. So now once I have that done, I don't know why that is showing up. It normally never shows up. Okay. So now that I have that done, I got my 4 images in here. And so then I'm basically finished with this for right now. So then I'm gonna come back to my page and I'm gonna add the different information that's available. So this one, I'm gonna add my blue scorpion image. So I'm gonna come here to image. And I know this one's in my library, so I'm not gonna download it again. And I'm just gonna get my meme that I created and select that and put it in there. And I'm gonna minimize it. I don't want it that big. And I'm gonna align it to the left. Here we go. And then we're gonna do the hydrating cream. And we're gonna do an image. And this one I know I have to upload. And I'm gonna go to my blogging pictures, go to my Blue Venom, go to my products, and Hydra. Put that in there. Okay, what did I do? It didn't like. All right. So then I'm gonna align this one, and you can basically select how you want your images to appear, how small, how big. It's totally up to you where you want them to appear at. And this is one of those places where, like Paul was saying, you know, this is one of the few places where you can go and add multiple pictures. This is Wrinkle, right? All right, why are you not uploading? Let's see if it put it in there. Nope. And then if you want to just upload them all at one time, we can do that too. Okay, it didn't like what I did. So something it didn't like. So we're gonna circumvent it a little bit. Add new. Let's see if it'll let me do it this way. Okay, so we're going to come up here, grab these. I need to add that one. All right, so I got to go figure out what's wrong with my images. It won't let me upload my images. I probably need to redo my website a little bit, but that's okay. We got the one in there we need. So which one is that one? So let's try it again, see what it don't like. There's something it don't like about me doing those pictures. Yep, it don't like it. So we'll figure that out later, but there's the images. We'll put them in there. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this block because I don't want it in here. Let's see if maybe it's just that one picture. So let's do the anti-aging. And it could be because my computer is really slow today. Yep, don't like it. Okay, so that's okay. But now we have at least the image in there. So I'm going to go ahead and save this as a draft. Let's see if it saves my draft. And then I'm going to go ahead and publish this. Even though I know I got some work to do. So I'm going to come down here and look at my readability stinks. I got a really low flesh score, so I need to fix that, and that'll be fixed once I go in and actually modify the writing on it because it's still not my writing. But my SEO is green. So let's see if what else it doesn't like. I haven't put in my meta description, so I need to go in and do that. So I am going to go to my Google preview and I'm going to edit my snippet. So my slug is Blue Scorpion Venom Products, which is fine. I think I want to leave it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it there because I already have Blue Scorpion. So we're gonna leave that there. And then my meta description is All right, so all right, so there we go. So I did that. I'm going to close my snippet editor. So now I have all of the information for my SEO. It's good. I still have 378 words. Like I said, I'll probably end up at least 500 by the time I finish these. And I still got to put, well, no, because this is going to be a category page. So then I'm going to publish this. I'm also going to update it because I did just go in and put in my snippet in there. So I need to make sure I update my page. So now that we have that done, we're going to come over here to where it's appearances and we're going to go to menus. All right, so now we're going to add this to our menu structure. Again, you don't want to add too many things to your menu. You want to make sure that any page you create, if you want to put it in your menu structure, that there's a category already there. You also need to know that every page that you create does not have to be in your menu. You want to have floating pages like this one. I need to actually remove this one off my category page, my menu, because we don't do ACTV. I have to redo that one. But there you go. That's all you need to do, just click on that. So if you want to know, well, how do I know what page I just done? When you come to your menu structure, you have this list over here, and I have mine tab set to most recent. So it always shows me the most recent page that I have created. So then all I have to do is just click it and then hit add to menu. And what it does is it puts it at the very bottom of your menu structure. And then you want to just move it up to where it needs to go. Google likes things alphabetized or organized. So even though you might not alphabetize it, if you have everything kind of organized to where the pages coincide with what your actual category is related to, it will be fine. But just to be practical, put it in alphabetical order. It makes it easier to read. People follow alphabetization better than they do randomization, if that makes any sense. So this is a B, so we got to move it all the way up under our beauty products. And come on. So we're going to move that up here.
Sheila, it's Constance. Can I ask you a
Yeah,
question?
go ahead.
Okay, Blue Scorpion is new.
Mm-hmm.
And do we really want to put it under beauty, which is not really emphasizing it?
Well, I'm not putting it under, I'm creating its own category.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I thought you bring it under beauty. Okay.
Well, I was just going in alphabetical order.
Okay.
So it's actually going to go right here. So,
Oh,
and yep, and it's going to be its own category.
Gotcha. I thought you were putting, sorry.
Oh yeah. Now I was just saying that's why I was moving it in alphabetical order. So I'll make sure that's right. BLOBLU. So there's that. And so now I'm just going to come up here and save my menu. And then as I create the pages that go along with it, I can actually move this page here. I don't think I've included it yet. So I can get this one and hit add to menu. And it's going to be at the bottom. And then I'm just going to move it up there to that category. And then as I create pages, I will do the same thing for each page that I create. When I do the anti-wrinkle cream, I can put it there. And do the aging, the moisturizer, I will add each one of those to this category. So that now when people come in and look for Blue Scorpion, they'll be able to see all the different products that go with the Blue Scorpion. So once I get it up here.
Sheila, so when you're doing these categories, you created the main page category, and then you take each product and make a page for each product?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I just do it. Usually I do my category menu last, but since I already know what the products are going to be and where I can find them, I went ahead and created this first.
Okay.
So, and then that way, once I get done, and see, then you just indent it a little bit, and then you're going to hit save your menu. And then when I go to visit my site, as soon as it tells me that my menu's been uploaded, saved, then I'm going to go visit my site. And then you can see my new category, Blue Scorpion Venom products. And then there's my Blue Scorpion. And then as I create the ones for the, the other products that they have, they'll be here too. But then they can actually come and see instead of searching for it. Now, if you wanted, like the Blue Scorpion is actually considered a holistic medicine, since it's not approved by the Food and Drug Administration, which means they have no control over it. It doesn't have the stringent requirements for other drugs that people have to go to the pharmacies to get. It doesn't have to be approved by a doctor. Although I do suggest if you're on any highly medicated drugs that you do get your doctor's approval to make sure that the peptides will not interfere in any of those. Um, but it is a holistic medicine. So if you have um, a category to where you do have holistic, you can even put it under your health category if you wanted to. If you have a holistic or natural medications or natural place for stuff like that, you can put it under there. Even if you still have this under there, spiritual and new age beliefs, you can actually do that. So it just depends on where you want to put it. Again, you can put um, different pages under different things. So just because I created a category just for the Blue Scorpion, if you wanted to put the individual pages under different categories, you can do that too. So even though I'm going to have a page here that's just going to be for the Blue Scorpion, if I wanted to come back under health and beauty and go to that and actually add that wrinkle cream to the beauty products and put a page for that, I can do that as well. I just don't suggest that you put multiple pages of the same page in multiple categories. 2 should be enough. If you start adding, the beauty products to every place that you have health or beauty, or, just where you want people to see it, when you go to apply for Google AdSense, then they will think that you have a repetitious page, which means that your whole category consists of just a few pages, or your whole site is just a few pages and your category looks full, but it really isn't. So I would limit putting those pages in only 2 categories at the max. 3 is pushing it a little bit. So usually I only have mine in 2 if I want to put them in there. But for the most part, that should be your limit. You should only have the same page in 2 categories. So that's how you would go through and create a category page, add it to your menu, do your structure. And then when you come back and actually have your pages created, then you would come back here. When they click on this, then they can read about the Blue Scorpion. And when they click on this product, it's going to take them to my Blue Scorpion page. So then they can read all about the Blue Scorpion Venom. And I'll have each one of my pages like that, so that when they come here and link to the H cream, that they can actually go and read about the hydration cream. They can actually read about the wrinkle cream. They can read about the moisturizer. And the thing about it is these pages, all of these, they can actually be cross-marketed. So when you go and write about the hydration filling cream or the wrinkle cream, you could actually put it with your Valentis products. You can put it with your Valentis aging, which is the hydration cream. You can put it with the Valentis cream, what is that cream? Wrinkle cream. You can mix it with this recovery moisturizer. Again, you could put it with maybe cross market it after you do your rehydrating or your moisturizer cream every day. Then sit down and have a glass of wine. So you can actually cross market different products if you have them available with this. So you're not just trying to write a whole page on wrinkle cream. You're not trying to write a whole page just on this particular product. You can cross market with other products. As long as it makes sense. You don't want to go in here and talk about anti-wrinkle cream, and the next thing you're telling them, hey, you need to go out and buy some clothes, or go and have a dinner or something like that, you know, unless you put it around romance. You know, you can always swing things around and make it sound the way you want to. Just if you cross market, make sure that the product you cross market flows, so to speak. So does that make sense? All right.
Sheila,
Yes.
you eliminated ACTV a while ago from your
Y-
menu.
yeah.
Are there any others that we should be aware of to get out of our menus?
Right now, the ACTV is going away. We're replacing it with our new TV program with Tipping Circle. As of right now, I think that's all that should be gone on your site. Everything else is still valid. If you still have the free, huh?
The Ominex wallets.
Ominex is still there for right now.
Okay.
All the stuff in Brunette Marketing is still there. I think the diapers, the free diapers, it keeps coming and going. So if you still have that on there, if you click the link and it doesn't work, I would don't draft it, just remove the links, because there are some other diaper programs in CJ that we're still using right now. So, but you can also, you know, if you haven't advertised that page, you can draft it. But if you're going for Google AdSense, I would just take the links out and just leave your page as is.
Okay.
If it's not working. But eventually everything in Brunette Marketing is going to be moved to Sephora or Tipping Circle, one or the other. He's just in the process right now of getting with the vendors. So that's how you would go in and create this new page, just like we did with Tipping Circle. I have it in my site. I just have not created my PGN. I got my PGN page. So if you come to my menus, you see where I've actually created my PGN page. Right here, I just have not put it over there yet. So it's there. And then there's all my my pages that I created to go along with it. So I just got some work to do. I've just been really busy, but it's there. And then if there's some stuff that you want to move out, you can move out. If there's things in there, just because you remove it off of your menu does not delete it out of your system. It's still there. It's a floating page. They can research it by your search button. That's why we always say have a search button on your web page so that they can actually search your web page. Google likes to see that. They don't like you to have everything in the category menu where all they have to do is just click. They like to see people search your website. So that's one of the good things that, you know, about your system is that you basically have the means to basically have your own system set up the way you want it navigated. So that's a good thing. So let's see, we can get out of that. Sephora, we can get out of that. We'll leave that one up. So that's how you would go and do that. So now if we're going to go through and I'm going to show you how to use your Google. So everybody should have Google or Chrome, because a lot of our programs work better with Chrome. They load up faster. Edge and Firefox and some of those do not like certain programs or certain markets that we use. Chrome seems to be a little bit more user friendly. And if you have a Gmail account, you should have access to that. So if you are in Chrome, you should see these three dots up here, which is your Google Apps. And in your Google Apps, you have your Google Drive, which is this right here. So if you click on that, it's going to pull up your Google Drive. All right, so in your Google Drive, you can actually use this just like you do your documents on your Windows program or on your computer. So not everybody has Microsoft as a program. So there are some programs like Excel and Word that people need, but they don't have because, you know, it does cost to have those. The good thing about Google Drive is that they have programs that come with the program, and Google Drive is a free program when you download Google and set Chrome up as your default. So then you can come here and do new. And then you can upload files, you can upload whole folders that you have in your system, or you can create new documents. So these documents show, you know, this document right here is just like a Word document. This Google Sheet is just like an Excel spreadsheet. Google Slides is just that. It's like a presentation under, if you had Windows or Microsoft Office. So these are basically the same Office things that you would get with Microsoft Office, except they are in Google. It's a Google Doc. So you can just open it up and you can see it's just a blank sheet. So you can name it. So you can come up here and name it. So you can do add file for Blue Scorpion. All right. So then you have this file that you're going to have for your ads, and then you can come here and just start creating. And do your Blue Scorpion ad template. And again, it has the same information as you would with Word. You can come here and change your font, change the sizing. Since I want this, I can actually make sure it's in the middle, but I'm not going to do that. You can even change your color if you want to. So then I'm going to come back to normal and go back to Arial for this. So then I'm going to come here and type my headline. And then I'm going to come down here and type my description. Okay. And I might actually come back here and do title. And I might color it. So where's my color?
It's right there on your alphabet, isn't it? The A?
Yeah, there it is. Well, that's, yeah, that's it. So this one I can do the Blue Scorpion Venom. I don't want the background colored. I just want this color, not this. So let's do this back. Let's do this. I want this one red. So we're going to do this, the Blue Scorpion Venom. And then once I do my description, I can come down here and I can just go ahead and create what I know my titles are going to be. And then I'm going to do the next one, the anti-aging cream. And then I might do the next one, wrinkle cream. And again, like I said, you can play with this. The other one was moisturizer. And that was it. Make sure that was it. So we have the Venom, Hydra Cream, Wrinkle Moisturizer, Aging. So which one I don't have? I don't have the Hydra. Aging, Wrinkle Moisturizer, Hydra. All right. So then I have my template. And it automatically saves. So this is one you don't have to worry about coming back to and trying to figure out what it is. Or worry about saving it. It's like, oh, I forgot to save it. It saves automatically. So then I'm just going to come here and create some headlines. The other thing I want to do is make sure I put my link for my Blue Scorpion. And it's the link for my page. It's not the link for for my actual product. I always want to send them to my website. I'm gonna type in link. And as you create more pages for this particular product, you just come here and add your link, because you can add links to several different of the same campaigns. You know, just don't do them on the same place all in the same day. So like I might create this one today, and then maybe next month or next week or sometime come back and use a different link for a page I created on the same thing. Just different wording or from a different point of view, and basically mix and match some of my headlines and descriptions.
Sheila, because you did, what do you know about Blue Scorpion? Shouldn't it maybe also be in beauty? Because, you know, some people, they'll go beauty, and then they'll say, you know, Blue Scorpion, what is that?
Yep, that's why I said you can use it in multiple different places, each individual page. So yeah, by all means, you can put it anywhere you want. I'm just creating a category specifically for Blue Scorpion and all their product. But yeah, I'll probably eventually come back and put the wrinkle cream and all that other stuff. If I do put it in the beauty program, I might just go to the individual category menu for beauty, health, and beauty, or beauty and health products, and actually just do a little snippet for the anti-wrinkle cream or the hydration cream. And then that way they can go straight to my page instead of actually putting the page in the beauty section. It just depends on how I'm feeling when I go in and do it. So after I actually finish creating the pages, depends on where I want it to use as a floating page, or if I want to add it to the specific category. But you can, yeah, by all means, you can put it wherever you feel it's needed.
But you suggest only maybe 2 places, not?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Sheila, I have a question.
Yeah.
I noticed that with you and Paul, I only noticed them because I watch your guys' videos a lot and your training and stuff. I noticed that when you're advertising your web page, you always put the dashes, and you know, like the dashes that are right there, Scorpion dash Venom, that forward slash.
Yep.
I tried doing that with mine, but it doesn't take me to that page.
So do you have it exactly like, the reason mine prints this way is because I actually pull up my page, or when you go to your actual page that you're doing, if you go in your edit mode,
okay,
and go to where it says permalink, go to your permalink.
Okay, so that's what I'm copying up the wet up to, yeah, excuse me, up at the top.
Yep. So you need to make sure that you are in an admin, and that if you go and do your permalink and go to view page, if you copy this link here, it should copy exactly where you want it to go. And then if anybody clicks that link, so like here, I'm on here, if I just click open link in a new window or open link in a new tab, then it should pull up my link.
Okay.
And there it is.
Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I'm not using the permalink.
Yep. So whenever you go and create your template, I always do that, is I pull up my permalink.
And how did you get that one up there at the top?
This one?
No, see, it's highlighted.
Yeah, that's the link. So when I pull up my permalink here, and it opens up a page, then that's the link that it shows.
So that's the link that you grab?
You can grab that one or your permalink.
Okay.
But now if you're not in admin, it's not going to have this / there on it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right, hold on just a minute, guys. All right, seems like everybody's coming home. So if it gets a little bit loud, I'm sorry. All right, so some people's asking, do you get credit? Yes, if you go through your page and click your own link to order the Blue Scorpion, you do get credit as well as your upline. So whoever you signed up under, they get credit too. So if you go in and order the Blue Scorpion, then yes, you get credit for your own order. Just like with the TV, if you get the TV and you order upgrade to the premium, then you get credit as well. I don't know how long it's going to take to show up in your dashboard, but you do get credit for your own order. So let's see, I can get rid of that one. I can get rid of that one. All right. So let's see. All right. So this is how you're going to go and do that. So this is 1, 2, 3. Let's get one more. All right. So there's that. Again, my chat's not working. I'll get to the chat as soon as it pops up. So then my description is going to be, and I'm going to have a short one. Hmm. Okay. So there's just one description. So I might put description 1. Well, all right. And I might actually come back and pull up my Blue Scorpion page because there's some things in there I want to put in there. So let's go and get this list right here. So I might get this right here. Put this in my okay. So such as oh, come on. I want this to be this. Dang it. You're not cooperating. Okay. Okay. I'll play with this some more because it's not doing what I want it to do. Probably because I numbered it already. So let's take this number out. And let's take this out. And get it all the way I want it. And then let's try this again. There we go. That's what I wanted. So there's that, holistic solutions. So there's that. So now anytime I want to come here and add to it, all I have to do is pull up my Google Drive and go to my template and find my actual information that I want to use. So then I just come here and then I'm going to go to my ad sites. So I'm going to close this one out. So I'm going to go to my ad sites, my marketing sites, and let's go to this one. Right, and I did have, so then I'm just going to go to post a new ad, and I'm going to select a category, and it's going to be items for sale, subcategory, and I'm going to put it under health. Let's see if there's something else in here. Yep, let's do health and beauty items. And location. Who do we have the sickest people at? Let's try state of New York. All right. Okay, so it's not going to give me the state of. Usually it does. So if it gives it to me this way, for some reason it's being finicky today. So we just put in New York and let's do state. So that's only going to go to Albany, but we'll put it in there. And then I'm going to come back and get my title. And I'm going to use this one. And paste that in here. And the asking price, right now you have to put a price in here, and I'm gonna put, what is it, 129, I think? No. Yes. I think that's what it is. Huh?
I think it's 122.
122 for the Blue Scorpion?
I think so.
Okay.
One of the creams.
Well, this isn't the cream. This is actually the Blue
Oh,
Scorpion.
okay, I don't know.
Yeah, I think the Blue Scorpion's 129 because when you do the triple R discount at
haven't
the
seen the
end of it,
price
it's $74 and some change.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put it there. So, and then I'm gonna go back here. And I'm gonna come back to my ad. And then I'm gonna get my link. And I want you back up here. Dang it. All right, so there's that. And then this one, you have to have your name. You can actually do not use your autofill because it will change the place that you're going to be marketing to. Don't change your expiration on this particular website because that's your free time frame. And then you're going to choose your images. This one you can upload up to 5 images. So I'm going to come here to.
Do you recommend using your real name?
You can if you want to. I don't. I put Mama Chief because that's where my website is. So if they try to Google Mama Chief, it's going to pull up my website.
So like you take it from your web page?
You can. They just need a name for reference because when you register, you actually put in your real information. But when you come here to set up your ad, you can basically put any name you want, just as long as they have a contact information. You don't have to put your phone number, but you do have to put a name.
So you can use your web page name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. So then I'm going to choose another file because I don't have a lot of logos in there for the Blue Scorpion. I'm still in the process of doing that, but I'm going to come back up here and pull up this, and I might just go ahead and use this image. And let's use this one. That one, and let's do one more. That one. Okay. And then I'm going to post this ad. And so that's how my page is going to look. And it actually has some information in there for they can read, gives them some good statistics. Also, if you order early, get 20% discount at checkout. So they did have a code that you could put in. They took it down when we sold out. So I'm hoping they're going to put it back in, and then I can always come back and modify this page and actually put the discount code in there for them to be able to use it. But right now there's that one. So I can actually go to a different site. So let's go to US Net Ads. And I can do the same thing, pull that up. And I'm just going to use a different link. And then do the same thing, pull up my description. And if you want to, you can actually put your link in there. But like I said, if you have multiple pages that you want to use the same ad for, you don't want to have that link in there. And this one I'm actually going to okay. Now this one you have a size limit on the actual picture. And some of you were like, how do you change your size? And it's going to tell me from the beginning that my picture is too big, which I know it is. So I'm going to go ahead and put my page link in there, select a category. And this one I'm going to put in health. I'm going to put other because it's not necessarily any of those: health services, life insurance, nutrition, or weight loss. It's other health issues. There's probably something else I could put in there. Target city, I don't want to put a target city. I want it to go to all states. This one you have to put your name in. Again, I just use my Mama Chief. I put in my Google number. I had one call me today from Hawaii. Password, I keep the same password because I have so many passwords. I just don't have time to try to remember all of them. All right, and so then I'm going to submit, and it's going to tell me my picture's too big. So it can only be 500 kilobytes. All right, so I know mine, or 800 pixels. So I'm going to come back and just hit my back button and come back here. And then what I'm going to do is pull up my Paint program. But I had it. I don't want Paint 3D. So let me pull this picture up and my logos. Nope, that's not the one I want. All right, so from here, I'm going to click on this and it's going to ask me to resize. I can resize it. All right. So I want to do define dimensions, and I want to do it 800 by 800, which is the biggest one, but I can actually go smaller if I want it. I try to keep it the same ratio, but if you want to make it smaller ratios, you can. I just keep it the same, just makes it a little bit easier. So I'm going to go 600 by 600. And then I'm actually going to put this in, I have a folder for where is it? Okay, I forgot where I put the picture. I have a folder just for these ads. So I have to find it. I can't remember where it's at right now. Sad. I'm gonna just go ahead and put it under here.
Was it under your advertising pictures?
No, I created a folder and it said net ad images, resized images, or something like that. I'll find it here. I created it the other day. So I'll just save it there. Now, the thing I want to make sure is, remember, it's got to be 500 pixels. So we need to make sure that when we pull up that video, that image, that it's only 500 pixels. So when I click on the image size, I need to see how big it is, and it's not showing me. So hopefully it's going to be the right size right now. So now I'm going to come back here and choose an image. And let's go back here. We're going to go back to this one and go here. So let's hope it's less than 500 and hit submit. So there, it posted. Now, because this is sensitive, you cannot get back into this site without that. I'm going to go back and pull up my template for my advertising ads. And I'm going to put here Blue Scorpion. And you can do this also in your Google Drive. And I'm going to put other health. And then I'm going to copy this ID right here. Because if I ever want to come back and put that code for the discount, I have to have that ID to modify it, or you can't get in. They won't send it to you. And then I try to put the date that I did it so I can keep it. And then I hit save. All right. So that's how that looks. And if you want to go back and look and see how it looks, you just click on this. It'll open it up in a new window. And there's your image. And then you can click here to go straight to your web page. It takes them straight to my web page, which is what you want it to do. So then you can see, that's the other thing. So if you want to actually see how your site is doing, this is another one. If you have that code, you can go in and edit it, and you can actually see, you know, how many views your page has had. Again, that is not a big issue. I know some of you, I heard today, you know, you weren't the only one. A couple of people were always asking me all through the week, all through the month. They ask Paul all the time, how do you track your system? You don't worry about it. Unless you have Google, where you can get Google Analytics, and they actually give you a report every month on how many times your page has been viewed, what page has been viewed. Just get your links out there, get your pages out there. If you're having to ask if your pages are getting seen, you don't have enough ads. So get as many ads out there as you can. I promise you they're getting seen. If you're on a site that you're posting ads, they do rotate your ads out. That's why some of them have multiple pictures that you can use. This one only has one. So if it does have multiple pictures, they do have a certain area that those images and that ad gets seen. They have a territory. So if you, especially classified ads, like I said, I've talked with them because of some of my ads wasn't getting out there. And it's because they have a territory. They have a mile radius, certain distance that those ads get seen. So if you're posting them in Atlanta, and then you turn around and post them again in South Carolina, depending on which side of South Carolina you're putting them in, it could still be in that same general territory. Whereas if you're posting one in New York and then you post another one in California, you should be okay, because they're not in the same territory. So if you're posting, you know, anywhere within a coastline, you know, or in a general vicinity of an area, and you're doing the same cities with the same ad, most likely they're not going to post them within that territory range. But if you come back the next, they say in 48 hours, and post the same ad in a different state that's similar to the one, then you are good. That's, at least that's what they told me. So, but yes, don't worry about how many times your ad gets clicked or gets seen. If you posting them on these ad sites, they are getting seen. You just want to make sure that you're posting a lot of them, because you want to flood the market with your information, so that when you are, you know, going out there and people can click your link, they can see it, and it's being seen. when Google goes to look, they can run reports and analytics on your website. They can see the numbers. So if you have less than 1,000 ads out there or less than 5,000 ads, you need more ads. I know you think that's a lot. It really is not when you have millions and billions of people on Google every day. And even if you go and search Google for any topic, just, type in the word wine. Don't even need wine, just do wine. I mean, look how many places out there have wine as a link or as a key phrase. So that's why wine's not always a good key phrase. So if you got this many people that are using wine, imagine how many people are searching for wine. So you have to be able to beat this price, this number of people, or at least become a part of the market of that number. So I've had people tell me, well, I got 200 ads out there. You aren't even that ain't even a splash in the bucket. You need to get those ads out there. That's why, Paul, we've been, trying to stress, when you finish a page, don't just let it sit in your website. Go ahead and market that page. Go ahead and create that template. Go ahead and create those ads. Go ahead and put that page out there to get traffic coming to your site. And I know there's people say, well, I haven't got my site finished. Then that should give you the incentive to finish your site. Because once they get in there, I promise you, they are going to look around. So you want to make sure that you get your site done, but go ahead and market those pages that you have finished, that you have gotten done, that you do have links for, so that you can generate that traffic coming to your site. So by the time you do have it all finished, then you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about nothing not being yours, that you don't have to worry about somebody inadvertently clicking on a link and purchasing something because they like what was there. Make your site yours. And don't just stick with the template. Finish your template and say, okay, my site's finished. You still need to add your own content. We say 5 to 10 pages. If you can add more, add more. Google likes to see relevant content. They like to see something outside the template that you were given. We can all modify things. We can all go in there and change things around, but the material's the same. They want to see something that's different, that's relevant. They want to see your own views, your own opinions, and they want to see new images. They want to see new creativity. They want to see, what you are thinking and how many people relate to that. And so that's why your social media is so important, because they view people coming from your social media to your website a higher intel than they do people coming from an ad site, because that means you have friends and family that are coming to look at your information. So now that we're on that, the good thing about using your Google Doc is because you can download, if you have a smartphone, you can download Google Drive onto your smartphone. And when you do that, same thing with Dropbox. If you have Dropbox, you can download your Dropbox to your Google phone, to your phone, if you have a smartphone. And then in your Dropbox and in your Google Docs, you have all the information for your ads. So when you pull up your Instagram is images only. And it has to be in your phone. You can't use it on your computer. We used to have this wonderful program called Grambler, that was a platform for your Instagram that you could use on your computer. It got shut down. Instagram didn't like it because it says we were giving out personal information to a third-party company for Instagram. And so it got shut down. So until, we haven't found anything that worked as good. So we've had to go back to using your phone for Instagram. And so that's why it's good to have these programs on your phone, because then all you have to do is pull up your image. And once you get that image pulled up, then you can actually go and copy and paste your headline and your description straight from your Google Drive and paste it into your Instagram and post your Instagram account, or post it to your account, and it goes straight to anybody that is in Instagram. Instagram doesn't just go on your friends that you have or your contacts. Instagram goes out on everybody that's on Instagram. And then if they like what they see, they can click to become friends or start to follow you. And so once they start following you, you're good. then you have somebody that'll uh-oh, that'll see everything that you post, everything that comes out. But your Instagram goes to everybody on Instagram. But you want to make sure that you're not too salesy, too pitchy. It's still kind of like Facebook. Instagram is for marketing, but it also, you want, to talk about different things. Talk about, things that's happening in the news. Talk about, things that's going on, updated things. You don't want to go on there and start spilling your guts about your personal life. That's what Facebook's for, not Instagram. Instagram is a business related platform. And it does have, somebody asked me, well, how many times can I post on Instagram? Instagram will allow you to post about every 15 to 30 minutes, but I don't suggest you post every 15 to 30 minutes. I post to Instagram about 3, sometimes 4 times a day, depending on what I want to talk about or if I have something interesting. But most of the time I might go a whole week and not do anything on Instagram, or I might go, every day and only say 1 or 2 things. But there is a limit. And they will tell you when you go to post, it'll tell you, you just posted, at such and such a time, you need to wait. I ran into that because I tried to post like 4 or 5 things right behind each other and I got that message. So the thing you need to do is when you're using Instagram, just be cautious. You don't want to make it, you don't want to go every hour and post another um, ad, but you can. I would be very, especially if you're new to Instagram, try to build up. You want to have more people following you than you're following, if that makes sense. But if there's some good things out there that you want to see or that you want to follow and keep updated on, have at it. This good thing, Facebook is the same thing. You can do a live Facebook page and say, hey, I got this new perk, especially like with me, once I get mine in, I'll probably do a live feed, and I'm also going to do a journal on Facebook, of how it affects me with my migraines and stuff. And just have that. I might actually do it on Instagram too. I don't know, because you can do live on Instagram as well. Just have people to follow you and see your information. You have to be careful though on Facebook, because you will get kicked off if you don't follow their guidelines. So if you're going to do a Blue Scorpion page on Facebook, you cannot say that it's secure. You cannot say, hey, I got something that's going to fix all your ills. You have to word it as a question. What have you heard about Blue Scorpion? Did you know that there's a drug called Blue Scorpion? It's not really a drug. You can say a holistic medicine or an herb, or something, and pose it as a question, not necessarily as you have the cure all for everything, because they will kick it off. I had a student, she boosted her Blue Scorpion and they kicked it off. They knocked it out. And that was one of the reasons, says it violated one of their concerns. Even my page that I had out there that I boosted for health, for Valentis, they kicked it off because I had before and after pictures, and the reason they gave me for kicking it off is because I might offend somebody that was struggling losing weight because they couldn't get it off, or whatever, that I could offend somebody by before and after pictures. So there is things out there, but you won't know till you try it. That's the way I always say, try it and see what happens. But just be cautious when you post and write ads on the blue venom or scorpion venom, because it is not a cure. It's not regulated by the FDA. That's why I say if you use it as a holistic or herbal, not necessarily herbals because it's not herb, but as an innovative, pain management drug, something like that, that they're still researching on, or they're still doing research on, you should be okay. But the minute that you say it's a cure for anything, then you're running into potential fraud violations and things like that. So just be cautious on how you.
And they got a track record in Cuba.
Yes, if you go and look, there's actually research that they have. Even the Phoenix, I think it's Phoenix University, because that's one of the pages that I had bookmarked. They actually have documentations of where the Blue Scorpion peptide has decreased cancer in certain patients. And they have that, especially liver cancer. I think that was the one that I was looking at, where it's actually shown the cancer reduction in liver cancer patients. So there is research that you can use. And that's why I said, you know, you've asked me before, how many times can you write about the same product? It's multiple, especially this one. There's so many different angles that you can write about a product. It just depends on how much research you want to do. So, but yeah, there's all kind of statistics out there. They actually have stories from people that are in Cuba and Caribbean islands that's been using it. The man that actually first saw or the results of it was he actually got stung by a blue scorpion, thought he was going to die, and actually ended up being more healthy than he was before it did it. So there's all kind of different stories out there that you can read on it. You just have to research it. If you type in blue scorpion venom, there's all kind of stories that come up, all kind of research material that's being done that you can see. So, and that's what I did. You know, when I created the page last week, that's what I did, was just went through 4 or 5 different stories and read and picked different information out that I wanted to use in my page, and then just modified those. And then worded it based on how I wanted my page to go. So, and I have that page bookmarked for research later, because I'm trying to figure out how I want to, like this one is the one that I pulled up. It's talking about how it helps with cancer and tumor shrinkage. So, and I think this is the one that's very medical, because it actually has the treatment information, the peptides. It's got the before and after. So I'm actually going to use this. See, there's the liver, of how it's actually shrinking the cancer or the tumors. So I just haven't figured out how I'm going to put it in layman's terms, but I mean, it's very informative. But that's one of the things it has out there on the blue scorpion. So just depends on what angle you want to take with it.
What are there any tutorials for getting all this stuff for Instagram put on your phone? That's above my pay scale.
Yeah, Instagram, if you go to YouTube and just type in how to use Instagram, there's all kind of stuff out there. Yep. Yep. And usually, depending on what phone you have, you usually go to your app store or go to your Google Play, and just download the Instagram app. And then from there, it's going to use, Instagram uses all the images and videos that are stored in your phone.
So it can be a Droid, doesn't have to be an iPhone.
Yeah, as long as it's a smartphone.
Well, I don't know how smart it is.
But yeah, if you have, like I said, depending on your phone, you can, it's like mine, I can go to the iTunes store, the Apple store, or you can go, most, I think at Droids, you go to Google Play, and download apps. So wherever you can get an app from on your phone to download. But Instagram is user friendly with just about any phone that's out there. You can download it. It should have it somewhere. But yeah, just go to YouTube and type in how to use Instagram. You're going to get tons and tons of videos on there. Okay. So I think that's how I was going to do how to modify that my actual one, but since we did the new category page for the blue scorpion, I'm not going to do the health one today. So same thing with Sephora. So I wouldn't put a actual category for Sephora. Sephora is technically, it started out as our travel page. So we didn't do a page just on Sephora and did all the travel information. So because it has so many different aspects in it, I wouldn't label it Sephora. I would just use whatever product that you're going to be doing. Like with Sephora right now, you can do the blue scorpion. You don't have to mention Sephora in that, because it's basically a campaign outside of Sephora, but we're using Sephora as the launching pad. Same thing with the travel. You can go into travel under Sephora and link and find all different places, get vacation packages, things like that, get discounts, book your hotel, your Sephora app. Just go through your link, give them the link for the Sephora, and that's just your basic Sephora link that they can go and look for that. But I wouldn't create a category page and label it Sephora. I would just use whatever programs that they have or campaigns that they come up with and use that if you want to create a category page. But for the most part, you can just link it to directly to a page that you already have and just modify it and put the link in for whatever program that you're using. But I wouldn't create a category and label it Sephora.
Sheila,
Uh-huh.
I hate to interrupt, but I have got to go.
Okay.
It's been a great class, and I look forward to the video.
Yep,
on this.
it'll be there as soon as I get it downloaded. I think I forgot to download the one from last week, so there might be 2 on there. I was thinking about that all week, and I was like, did I download it? I remember I prepped it, but I don't know if I downloaded it because we've had so many bad storms here, and I've lost power more times than I had it this week. So, but yeah, I'll have it uploaded before the end of the day.
Okay, thank you. You guys
You're
have
welcome.
a good day.
You too. Happy Memorial Day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right, so that's all I have for today. So if there's any questions that anybody would like to ask pertaining to your website or how to, you know, create an ad or anything like that, I'll be more than happy to answer that.
Sheila,
Yes.
Emilio.
Hey.
Do you want me to? Will you tell me when you're available or what for
Yep.
that?
I'll send you a Skype message later today.
Okay.
And what you can do is just go ahead and put in the times that you're available next week, and then I'll let you know which ones we mesh together with.
Okay. Well, my main problem is just depends on what my wife has doctor's appointments.
Okay.
Sometimes
so-
she has just one or two per week, and sometimes she's got like 2 or 3 in the same day. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Sheila.
Hey. Yes.
Hi. So I had some trouble from the Marvel site downloading and putting the video onto my page. So is there anything I need to know before I grab it?
Yeah, I couldn't get it either because of the way it saves.
Yeah.
It saves as an MP4 on my computer too. So what I did was I just went to YouTube and
Okay.
found the Scorpion and then got the embed code. I actually have the embed code for that one, so I'll put it in the student chat group, and I'll also put it on my student chats so that you can just copy it from there.
Fantastic. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's
Which video is that?
That's the one for Dr. Oz, not Dr. Oz. What's that guy's name?
Wilder is his last name?
Yeah, that's him. His.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put that one out there. There's also one where they show how they milk the scorpion, which I think is the one that's on the training video that they have there that you can download. I didn't use that one because I don't think that's a good representation. You know, some people would think, oh, that's cruelty to them, especially when he talks about, you know, doing the electric shock to get them to actually milk it. So I didn't want to use that, but I did like the one where he was explaining how it works, the peptides, you know, the cost of it, just giving basic general information. But I don't think most of the general public wants to see an actual milking of a scorpion.
Agreed.
So yeah, there's just too many. I can hear, you know, oh, that's cruel. Why would I want to do something like that? You know, but it's better than having to, you know, they're not killing them. They can actually, you know, based on my research, the jolt is not that much. It's almost like they're attacking something that is naturally occurring to them, you know, like an enemy. And that's their way, their defense is to inject that venom. And so, you know, like they said, after about 3 or 4 days, they can go and milk them again. But they produce so little venom, even though it's very toxic if you get stung by it. But it's, hold on a minute, wait, everybody's coming in.
It's sort of like a snake, right? That they take the snake venom for the
yes,
you
just
know,
like a
right, the injections that if
Yep.
you get, you know, bitten by one, you rush to the hospital. And
Yep. And they give you the antivenom, which is derived from the actual snake venom.
Right.
Just like what is the other? And what they do with snake venom is they actually inject it into cows, and then they milk the cow, the blood of the cow to get the.
Well,
Okay, had to disrupt the fight between the grandkids. Sorry. So, but yeah, that's how they create the anti-venom for snakes is they actually inject it into a farm animal. Usually it's a cow. Sometimes they do pigs or hogs, and then they bleed the hog and create the anti-venom from that. That way it's diluted. So yeah. So the just a little bit of trivia out there for you. So, but most of the time the hog has very small, very limited veins in their system. So they're more a stout animal to use it on because they don't have that many vessels. But again, because they don't have that many vessels, that's why they wallow in mud, because they don't have ways to stay cool. So anyway, raising from a farm, you learn things like that.
true.
So do we have any more questions? Anything else? Anybody?
I've got to run,
Great
Sheila.
class.
Thank you.
All right, you're
Great
welcome.
class.
Y'all have
All
a
right.
good Memorial Day. Bye-bye.
You too. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye
You're
now.
very
Sheila, I had a
Bye.
question.
Okay,
Thanks, Sheila.
go ahead.
Bye.
Yeah, I needed to do a lot more studying, and you were going to direct me to how I could locate your recordings for your educational recordings, and I couldn't find that. I thought you were going to like maybe send it to me in my email, but I couldn't locate it.
Oh yeah, I put it in the chat here in the group last week. So I'm gonna put it right again. So if you go to the chat here on our training here, I'm gonna post it right here in the chat room. If I can get my chat to come up again. There it is. Okay, let me know if you see that.
So I just can put that in. Okay.
Yep.
My apologies.
Oh, you're
I
fine.
misunderstood.
You're fine. Yeah, usually if it's not there, I'll put it in the group chat that we have for students. Are you in the student chat group?
No.
And what's your
I
name?
only come to this on Saturdays.
Okay. So what's your name?
Gail.
Okay. And last-
GAILROSSANO.
Okay. I'll add you to the chat group.
So is that in Skype?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then that's usually where I post as soon as the classes are finished downloading. I usually put the link in there, and then usually reminders and things like that. So
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
you're very welcome.
Sheila,
Yes.
and can I use Paper Reader to check for plagiarism and all that stuff?
You can, but if you modify your pages like we train you to do, you shouldn't have to worry about having plagiarism. Because
okay, fine.
So the thing about the plagiarism checker is if you have to use that, then that should tell you right there that you haven't modified your page 100%. And we try to strive for 100%. Now
Right.
that doesn't mean that if you have a quote that you like or a particular phrase that you can't word any other way, you like the way it sounds, that you can't use it. The only thing that we suggest is don't use it in the same place. So if you find it in the page that you're modifying and it's like the third or fourth paragraph, then you
Mhm.
need to modify your page in such a way that it doesn't appear in the third or fourth paragraph. It should appear in the second paragraph or the fifth paragraph, but not in the exact same place that it appeared in the original one. That way it's not considered scraping material because you
Right.
have it in a different place. That
Okay.
doesn't mean you go and move all the paragraphs around and then not modify them. That's still going to be because you got the exact same wording for the exact same page that they're going to find. But one or two phrases here or there in your page will be fine.
Okay.
But you don't want to go through and say, okay, I only did 4 sentences in this one and it's a 5-sentence page and you didn't modify, you just did a word here, a word there, that's not modification. You want to go in and modify that whole paragraph to the point to where if somebody
Sure.
comes and sees it, they can still see the general information there, but they can't see where it's the same as another page.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah, if you are in doubt, then yes, you can use that. But like I said, if you go through, and the other thing about the Paperator is that it goes through, you have to put in the page that you want it to do, and it will find every instance of a word or phrase or that's out there. So make sure if you're doing paragraph by paragraph like we show, like Paul shows and I show, Linda shows, and Roy shows, then you
Right.
shouldn't have to worry about that. But if you're concerned and you want to use it, then that should be a red flag. Okay, maybe I'm not writing everything the way it needs to be if I think I have to check it for plagiarism.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
That makes more sense.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Okay. Anybody else?
Hi, Sheila.
Hey, dear. You
Hey,
done?
Fran. I just got here. Can you believe that meeting went all this time?
Yeah, because they're changing a bunch of stuff.
And that's a good thing. Well, I had asked you this on our Skype, but I just want to clarify a few things.
Okay.
Now with the scorpion venom, how do I say this? So now it's back in stock. Do we have coupons for not only?
They haven't put the coupon out for the venom itself. I know at one time it had one, and I can't remember what it was before they took it down. I know with the cream, if you put Scorpion 20, they get an extra 20% off at the end. So I'm waiting for them to put that back in the campaign.
For the actual venom.
For the code for the venom. So if they don't, I'm hoping when Roy gets on the phone again on Tuesday, we can ask him if there's a code for the venom outside of the Triple R family for customers. Because if you look at the actual campaign for that, it says that there's a 20%. So it says 20% off Blue Scorpion. So, and it says the 22nd through September the 1st. So there is a timeline on it. This one is the 19th through the 31st that you get the coupon. But if you go and click on the campaign, usually right here in this orange spot is where they had the code. Because if you go to the campaign for the beauty product and you click on that, you can see here's the code right here that you use. Use code 20, Scorpion 20 at checkout. They used to have a code on the other one, and see, I've already gotten 2 clicks. Amen. And I ain't even got my links out there yet, except for on one page. But anyway, I'm hoping they're going to bring on the requirements on the other one. It should have that information there. It doesn't have it currently on there yet.
Okay, and as far as being in RRR 247, we get 50% off.
Yeah.
So, and what are the codes for each one for that?
For the Scorpion venom, it's Triple R, and then for the beauty products, it's Triple R2.
Okay.
The number 2.
Now, in order for us to partake in this campaign, to others, with
the Blue Scorpion for the type of arthritis that comes after a pain and aging.
One of the things was it did say it helped with aging and pains. So like with knee pain and things like that. So all my research that I've done so far is that it does help with just about every type of pain management. So I mean,
I'm very close to not being able to use my hands at all.
Yeah. The only thing that I suggest is just get with your doctor before, especially if you're taking any types of medications for that, because even though this is an experimental and it's been around for about 60 years, it's just now getting the notoriety for being such a good pain medication, but because the peptides are still under research, we don't know how it will affect other medications. So just ask your doctor first
Yeah.
if it's okay to take, especially if you're taking medications for arthritis pain and stuff like that. But so far, any over-the-counter medications, it's not
50%
affecting.
is allopurinol.
Oh, you're taking that?
Yeah, that's all.
So you should be fine, but again, I would say check with your doctor. I don't think there's anything in that that would affect the peptide.
Allopurinol only has to do with gout.
Yeah. So I would still talk with your doctor and tell him this is what you're getting ready to take, or you want to try it and see what he says.
Okay. I got the #1 rheumatologist in the country.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't see how it would hurt, to be honest. Because like I said, it's a natural, basically as natural as you can get. It's a venom, you know, and they're just straining it through, you know, the natural process to make sure that you're not getting straight venom.
Because I know both of us are former nurses.
Yep. So that's why I said still be cautious. Still, you know, even through the process, it's showing, you know, there's not a lot of additives, but you're not getting straight venom. So that's why it won't kill you. But like I said, because you still are mixing it with other medications, you don't know how it's going to react to those medications. So allopurinol, I think you should be fine. Albuterol, just I would just rather for you to talk to your doctor first just to make sure.
Yeah. Well, the allopurinol, as I said, it's just to maintain a level of uric acid below 6.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's why I said I think you should be fine, but I would prefer you to get just let him know that's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you don't want to stop taking that, but you can use it in conjunction with.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because the one gets sets off by gout is not just a pure arthritic.
Yep. Yep.
So,
yep.
Sheila?
Yes.
Hi. When you say it's not FDA approved, okay, #1, would it be interesting to know what the FDA you have to go through? And #2, like you just said, it's been around 30 years, whatever, and that's a nice factor to put in there. And what was #3?
Well, the FDA won't approve it because they can't regulate it, #1. And anything that they can't regulate, they're not going to approve, which means because the blue scorpion is only found in Cuba and the Caribbean islands, they can't import it here and it survive. So they can't go to another country and regulate a drug. You know, so that's why it's not FDA approved here, because they can't force another country to regulate medication.
The other thing would be how many other things that have been good for you that are homeopathic or whatever, and was also not FDA but came under. So that would be a nice comparison.
That would be a wonderful page to write, and I know you have all kind of information you can use, because that's right up your alley. I'll wait to see that page next week.
Okay.
Because I know you have the resources, because that you are very fluent in that holistic medication genre. So yes, that would be a great view to take, because you know most vitamins are not regulated by FDA. Most holistic and homeopathic medications are not regulated by the FDA. But if you look at the research on all of those categories, you can't dispute the results you get from using them. The only thing the FDA means is that they went through specific guidelines that says this is the same consistency that's going to happen every time, but you're going to have these side effects. And being in the nursing background, you can ask Miss Susan, sometimes the side effects isn't worth taking the medication.
You're right on that.
I mean, because
money, they can't regulate, therefore they can't get paid.
They can't get paid, exactly. And you do not want them to regulate this, because then that's going to take away the ability to market it. So, and then only the pharmaceutical companies will be able to market and get their hands on it. But So we don't want it to be FDA regulated, but because they are still doing studies on it, and we do have several colleges, medical colleges, doing studies on the cancer side of it, how it's helping cancer patients, how it's helping reduce tumors, so that they can then be operated on and removed, how it has helped with certain arthritic conditions. They can't dispute the results with minimal side effects. I mean, minimal side effects. But because it can't be FDA regulated, they can't say it's secure either. And you don't want them to, because then you can still, like I said, there's several different categories you can market it to, because you can say it is a homeopathic, you know, or a holistic medicine, to be used for different ways to treat, not cure, but treat certain types of ailments.
Mhm.
And then you can use these great colleges. Like I said, I just pulled that one up from Phoenix, Phoenix College of Medicine, where they are doing studies and actually have the documentations and the graphs and the formulas to show where there is significant reduction in tumor size and reduction in cancer cells in certain patients and certain test subjects by using this peptide. So, you know, you can't dispute that when they have it blasted all over the place. But again, there's good information out there, but because it is new, you're going to have people. I posted it on my Instagram. I'm not my Instagram, my Facebook page, and I got somebody, I forgot who it was, sent me a ha ha ha. I was like, and your point being, that's how I responded back to them. Your point being, have you tried it? And I haven't heard back from them yet. But yeah, they just laughed at it, you know, because I said, you know, basically, have you heard of snake venom? I mean, blue scorpion venom, and helping in the aid of pain management, you know, and I literally, they sent me a laughing face. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's still relatively new. But again, it's the information and the research I found, you can't dispute the results of it.
But you sent them to your page, correct? Or no? That's right.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do
I
it.
sent them to my page to read, but they didn't read it. I can tell they didn't read it.
Ugh.
So I know who they are, and I'll see them at the next family reunion, and I might just say, here's a bottle, try it.
Especially when you tell them your migraines are gone.
Exactly.
Well, not
So,
gone, but are much more under control.
yeah,
maybe?
under control.
Yeah.
I just wish that the weather wasn't such a impacting factor on my migraines. And I think the older I get, the worse they get. I mean, the least little change in the weather and I'm down. So, but it's okay.
I walked out to the grocery store day before yesterday, and I got just to the edge.
I have one more question.
Okay.
No, if on a page or a post you set set it to sticky, how do you remove that?
You should have just the link, and the best way to do that is go to quick edit.
Okay.
So if you go to your pages, even if it's a post, like mine's all post. So if I go to post, and like this is my sticky. So go to quick edit, and then there's where it says make this a sticky, and just uncheck it.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Yep,
and then hit update. And then if you want another one, you want to make a sticky instead, and this is only for your post. It's not for pages.
Okay.
Because your post is done in reverse chronological order. So that means the last page you create is going to be the first page that shows up when they open your website. So unless you have that sticky, then no matter what page you create after that, that sticky is always going to be first.
So you said posts are in reverse chronological
order. So whatever you created last, so that means the last page you did. So say you did a page yesterday and and it was on your post. That's going to be the first page they see.
Okay.
Unless you have it as a sticky. So that means the page you created last week on a post, or last month, or first time you got in, you created a post. That's going to be at the bottom. So that's why it's important to have one page as your sticky, and it should always be your welcome page. Because then that way when they come to your website, they can see welcome and thank you for shopping, or thank you for stopping by, or welcome to my site. You know, whereas if you go in and create a page on the Scorpion medicine and you put it on your post, and it's the one you did today, then when somebody comes to your website and visits it tonight and just pull up like 5e95.com, then they're going to see that post for Scorpion. They're not going to see my welcome site if I don't have it as a sticky.
Okay, so could you change the date to make that happen instead of making it a sticky? Or
if you don't have one as a sticky, then yes, that's the way you would have to do it, is change the date to make it always appear first. But if you have it as a sticky, then it will always be first. The one thing you want to do is not have to keep changing your date, because if you're going and applying for Google, they look at those dates. So if your website's, you know, a year old, and then you keep changing your date on your welcome page, then they're going to think that's a new page you created. They can't see all the revisions you've done. So especially on post pages, you don't want to keep having to change that date because you want something to appear before something else. So if that's the case, and you're just like, okay, my welcome page gets keep putting down, keep moving down, make it your sticky. Or if it's a page you want to always represent on your post or on your home page, make it a sticky. Then you don't have to worry about manipulating those dates.
Oh, okay, show me one more time where that sticky was.
Okay, so when you come to your page, you're going to go
Yeah.
to, and it's always on post. So you're going to go to all post.
Okay.
All right, and you're going to go to where it says quick edit, not edit. You want to make sure it's a quick edit.
Okay.
All right, and then over on the far right side beside published, you should have a box that says make this post sticky.
Okay.
If you check that, then whatever that page is will always be your first page.
Thank you very much, because I could see it this time.
Yep, that will always be your first page. So now
up there, my glasses are falling off.
So now when anybody comes to my website, no matter what page I create as a post, this will be the first thing that they see always. And then they can always scroll down and see the rest of my pages.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yep. So then that way you don't have to go back and keep manipulating your date because there's a page you want to be first all the time. Just make it your sticky post. And then that way, no matter what page you put on your post or create for a post, unless you change it to a sticky, this one will always be your first page.
Okay.
And you can only have one sticky to post.
You can only have one sticky.
Yeah. Now that's for the whole page, web page though. It's not each section.
Yeah, no, it's just for your post. You don't have a sticky page for your website, for your post pages. You only have it for your post.
Okay, I get it.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
I appreciate it too, darling.
All righty. Well, that's all I have for today. How about y'all?
I'm in there.
All righty. Well, y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy your holiday and be safe out there. And we will see y'all on the training calls.
Will
Thank
do.
you, Sheila.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.